Japay, being the choice of leader, was based on his promise to the people to repair inequities. Japay was the leader of the revolution that removed Bela of Kron. The changes that Bela had instigated, with good intentions, led Tantal down a path that eventually led to inequity. Initially, it was not bad, and people were happy they could have as many children as they wanted and go wherever they wanted, etc. But over time, this led to a great divide. Rich versus poor, educated versus uneducated, powerful versus helpless. It was such a high level of dissatisfaction amongst the ordinary people that it created a perfect stewing pot or environment, maybe a quagmire, for a revolution to occur. And that revolution is what Japay incited. When the revolution occurred, Tantal civilization was already in a state of disarray. People thought, what could they possibly have to lose by supporting Japay? Japay, being the choice of leader, was based on his promise to the people to repair the inequities. The confidence and ego of Japay was intoxicating, but his confidence was not matched by his ability. For a start, he did not have a complete education, even though he boasted that he had. He had a ridiculously inflated sense of importance and entitlement that manifest in a very haughty style of talking and of gesturing and of even walking. His hair was completely white, and his skin a pale olive colour. His face and body were young, but it was quite an odd look, and this added to his mystique. He wanted to always be the centre of attention, and this was a great driving factor in his participation in anything. So the revolution, to him, was a great opportunity, and when it was happening, he was permanently the centre of attention. He demanded admiration from those around him. It didn't matter how fake the admiration was, or how much it was extracted by force, just as long as he got the admiration he wanted. It seemed to keep him much more calm. But it was impossible for him to maintain any personal relationships because his lack of concern for others, he had no respect for other people, he had a lack of empathy in general, which meant that he couldn't even see the suffering of others, let alone sympathize. But he was still very quick to demonstrate his personal affront if feeling slighted in any way, so he could feel emotions. But everyone kind of walked on glass around him. The laws that he gave to his people were a combination of self-aggrandizement with a small touch of what some might call magnanimously good advice. He was the first ruler to believe that his rules should cover all humans, not just the Tantals that lived in Tantal. He wanted them to be across the board. And he wanted to be adored like a god. And this is quite clear in some of the laws that he gave. And here are the laws anyway, just to give the background. Trust in me, for I am an immortal and no of this world. Worship only me, no one else can do for you as I can. My rules come first, then you can obey the rules of your land that you live in. Be content with the life that you're born into. For everyone, people and animals have their place. Work hard for what is good and right. He obviously would tell you what was good and right. Fight for me when I ask, or you may fight to protect what is yours, but do not strive to get that which is not yours. Be trustworthy and honourable. Be conscious of your own thoughts, be self-controlled in your reactions, and aim for that which is right and fair. Regularly choose to suffer poverty and abstinence as a reminder to be grateful for what you actually have right now. And appreciate each day as if it were your last. So most of the rules seem to be about him. Trust me, worship me, obey me, be content with it while you're in your life, etc. But there is nothing obvious in the rules about how he will help his people, just how they can give him what he wants. So now with that picture in mind, it will be clearer why things happened the way that they did.